What just happened?
Hey there, Rebel fans! Today I have a bunch of amazing news for you, so let's break it down. First of all, this new post from the DBX Creed. I speak for everyone when I say that we need an animated Marvel show with the Marvel Rivals art style, and 1.3k people like this. Well, honestly, I would like to see something based on the Marvel Rivals plot about the different times entanglement, and this would be probably so damn amazing if we will get the designs from the Marvel Rivals game itself for the characters in the show. And I think that this would bring some new, fresh take affair for the Marvel Rivals franchises overall because it feels like it's a little bit stagnating right now. But with this, it could be such a huge impact for the new generation of the hero fans. So I think that this might be even real in some close future because like we had
I'm not gonna hold you, chat. A Marvel Rivals animated series or a movie would go so hard. That shit would really slap. I would love to see it. I hope this is true. Take everything with a grain of salt, by the way.
some previous shows like Arcane for the League of Legends, and that had massive success. And even though the level of entrance into the MOBA games is much higher than into the different shooter games and hero shooters especially, I think that these shows might bring a lot of new players for the game as well. And probably this will happen a little bit later this or maybe next year. Anyway, I would like to know your opinion on this one. Do you think that Marvel Rivals will get its own show on the TV or Netflix or something like that in the closest future or no? So tell me in the comments. Besides, we get this post from the bringer of Nod, top 500 Hulk Heartstock Silver, and this is really interesting. But actually, the title. I am the one of the best Hulk players in North America self-proclaimed. However, despite my best efforts, I can't seem to break out of Silver 1. The amount of space I create as a one-word roll honestly can't even be measured in meters but instead kilometers due to how much space I created to enable the rest of my team. I even discovered a new Hulk tech called Smash Dashing, which many of the pro Hulks are trying to replicate but just can't get a hang of. Usually my name comes up in a conversation of best one-word players of all times, but some skeptics doubt about the abilities due to me being Heartstock Silver. My team usually nicknames me as a feeder, which I believe is due to my feeding wins to our team, which I am running since that I love so much. Just so reference, I average a 0.6 KD ratio, which I feel is pretty good given one words create space and aren't focused on getting kills. Any advice from the fellow top 500 Vanguards players and 6.6k people like this one? Well, obviously, this is a comedy post, it's a humorous one, it's not real thing, but overall, it looks really fun how some people showing the things which are pretty much legit in the Marvel Rivals that a lot of
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. It doesn't matter how well you do in Marvel Rivals. The game is just fun. For people get low kills, get high kills, or just an average, like everybody's enjoying this game. And this is how you do a game. This is how you make a game. A game that's hard to put down and just really fun to play, you know.
of one-word players think that they creating this kind of space between them and their team and that they are really helpful to the team, which is usually not the case. So I'm really agree with this post. I think that this is quite ironic and sarcastic one. So yeah, I think that actually Hulk is pretty good, and I will show you why a little bit later. But anyway, it is what it is. Article from
I should have
we
skipped
also
that.
get this new Marvel Rivals article from the IGN themselves, and they actually did it with some of the data miners from the community, so let's see what they said. Marvel Rivals fans fear the NetEase is planting fake hero leaks and throw off data miners, but what's really going on? The Marvel Rivals community was sent into frenzy last week after the rumors spread the developers NetEase Games may be planting misleading information in games code to catch leakers, even if there's a little evidence to suggest such a thing is actually happening. Video games sometimes leave behind traces on in-development content as the developers work tirelessly to publish updates in the public. Fleas, known as the data miners, spend their times sifting around through the code.
I'm not gonna lie, chat. I've been seeing this list of leaks all over Twitter, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, all that. Been seeing this leak list everywhere. I hope it's legit because I don't know why Cyclops ain't in the game. I feel like both Jean Grey and Cyclops should be in the game. Uh, I don't know. There's so many X-Men they could really put in, but I feel like they should just do like an X-Men style season or multiple X-Men because there's a lot of X-Men you could put in. Like prime example, Meryl. Meryl is a very obscure X-Men. I don't even know if she's still alive in the comics now or not, but she was pretty prevalent in the Marvel's Capcom 2 games. So. But yeah, I feel like this list could be legit, but only time will tell.
To uncover these traces and often report them back to the excited fans, with one of the Marvel Rivals example including a reference of the Fantastic Four being discovered for their official confirmation earlier this month. It started with inclusion like Blade and Ultron and quickly ballooned to the point that there are now.
Speaking of which, I wonder when they plan on dropping both Blade and Ultron. Because I'm surprised they didn't get dropped in this season either. I thought it was going to get like at least 6 characters this season, but apparently not.
Now around 20 names rumored to join Hero Shooter roster of playable characters. As the list has grown, players have let the excitement carry them from page to page while they wait to see what NetEase has up in the sleeve. This anticipation turned out into the confusion and suspicions last week. So here we can see the post from the Keon, which I already covered, who said that NetEase actually might plant some of the fake characters into the roster, so be aware of this thing if you are a fan of these characters.
Hold on, I'm about to go take a piss real quick. Be right back.
Alarm bells rang when the Marvel Rivals League Discord user and content creator Count Spirit shared a post suggesting that NetEase is using a few elaborate tricks to throw data miners for a loop. In their now viral post, they accuse the developer of setting up fake characters to catch leakers, both in the code potentially with other sources too. With so many Marvel Rivals heroes rumored to be in post-launch, fans have now found themselves questioning if any of these leaks seen are real or plans, part of a larger scheme. Keon attempted to clarify by sharing a lineup of the characters that had been told were likely fake. The list includes Quicksilver, Professor X, Cyclops, Colossus, Vespa Pete, Jing, Gambit, Rogue, Nightcrawler, Jubilee, Beast, Locus, and Crystal. If accurate, it would mean many.
Honestly, it would make sense for Colossus to be in it. We need more Vanguards. I feel like Colossus would be a decent Vanguard. I don't know why him, and I feel like Beast could be a Vanguard too, because Beast is pretty tanky. But I wouldn't be surprised if they put him down as DPS.
Hopeful X-Men inclusions and a comics book deep cuts were simply rumors or maybe even planted in the code to mislead would-be leakers. Keon's post could result in months of speculations coming and the end of the sounds of the excited fans regroup. Or it could mean nothing at all. Comments spread like wildfire. A few data miners for the self-taught group of XOX Leaker say that they aren't sure that NetEase is intentionally working to throw fans off its scent. They believe there's enough evidence to suggest a aforementioned list of heroes isn't off the table. The way I see it, they could have made it is way easier if their goal was it to troll us. Could they be intended trolled by NetEase? I guess, XOX member and data miner Wistral told IGN. Would it make sense in my opinion? No. The way I see it, they could have made is way easier if their goal was to troll us. In light of the news surrounding potential hero plans, Wistral published a lengthy X Twitter thread to provide evidence that some rumored characters can be found in the Marvel Rivals code. It's a series of examples lined with the proof that many of the characters mentioned in Keon's Discord post are included with more than just names but ability tables too. As you might have guessed, finding the information wasn't simple. XOX Manifesto told AGN that if NetEase has truly tracked away bait to be leakers in the way, it would need to know exactly how data miners are rummaging through the Marvel Rivals backend, explaining, I think it would require reverse engineering and reverse engineer. The existence of new hidden heroes and names in the Marvel Rivals doesn't totally pour cold water to the idea that developers are attempting to mislead what someone believed to the studio would have go through the trouble.
Another thing too, like this whole idea of misleading the data miners, it just doesn't make sense because they don't want data miners in their game anyway. If they figured out who was data mining and how they was data mining, I feel like they could have been like stopped the whole data mining stuff in the first place. So it doesn't make sense because if they figured it out, they would have been kicked the data miners out. I don't know.
And like more trouble than it was, just to keep the more dedicated fans on their toes. While rumors of NetEase tampering have been squashed among the XOX has several of the theories that might hold more weight. There's always the chance, for example, that NetEase didn't actually intend to ship the update with the mentions of the army of unannounced playable heroes, and that they may still be added to the game eventually. Visceral and Manifesto also aren't ruling out that a few heroes may have been left on the cutting room floor after a major pre-launch development shift, such as NetEase rumored switch for the Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5. I have a new theory that every hero discovered was most likely in the ready-to-go state when the game was reportedly still on Unreal Engine 4, Manifesto adds. Then they switched to the Unreal Engine 5 and took their time to fix several performance issues between the presumably ported over the characters they already made. XOX isn't convinced that NetEase is torn with the Marvel Rivals fans, but its developers aren't leading everyone on. Then how did this start? Also, the trail leads back to the Keon's post fears to tempting that the Steam for the Marvel Rivals League Discord had been popular Marvel Rivals X-user Rivals leaks, when new leaks were discovered suspiciously grouped together in the code earlier this month. One of their sources claims that they have knowledge of the characters in the questions being included, with a reliable source of information.
Another thing is too, chat. I might not be a video game developer, but also characters that could be names in the files doesn't mean that they could be a playable character, but it just means they could be referenced as an Easter egg or something through dialogue or conversations or just even a prop item in the game. So that's the way I perceive it. I don't think, you know what I mean, that it's 100% or not. It's just a guess.
Matching up with data miners finding, and a theory was born. What if NetEase is playing fake heroes? I had gained info from a reliable inside source that they had once again not heard of these characters before they were leaked, leading the possible theory that they were plants all along with some possible evidence, Rival Leaks explained. So I had decided to warn the Discord server about the possibility of plants, and I had Keon make an announcement, which was a bit poorly worded, and several people around our internet took it in the wrong way. So overall, it seems like a really interesting situation here that Marvel Rivals it actually might do this, but probably not. So all the characters that were kinda data mined or leaked in some way are actually coming to the game, and this is a really big thing for all of us because a lot of people are really hyped for the X-Men's and really hyped for other characters too, which were kinda confirmed in the Keon's post. So I think that this is what we actually need. And it's really good to know that this is kinda confirmed by the data miners anyway. Also, we get this outstandingly Hellfire Gala Storm sketch.
I'm not gonna lie, that storm skin concept is fire. That looks good. It's not too bad.
From the sketch Hedgie, he did just an amazing job, and I think that with upcoming Hellfire event, we might get this skin. Maybe not in this form, but in something pretty similar to this one, which I believe is absolutely gorgeous. So yeah guys, this is all from me for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you are, be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more amazing Marvel Rivals content. See you.
Make sure you guys give this person a follow here too. We're gonna give him a like. He always drop good content. His name is Marvel Rivals, Funny Moments in News. So yeah, they 13.8 thousand subs, which ain't bad. But yeah, what character would you guys want to see in Marvel Rivals? What type of costumes would you like to see? Don't forget to comment that in the comment section below here. And like I said, I will have both of these videos linked down in the game. I mean, in the comment section below. Make sure you check these out, drop some likes, and go from there. So we're gonna jump right into Marvel Rivals now, chat.